Calling all brownie lovers. I have a brownie recipe that I've been using for years and years, and I love it, and my friends and family also love it, but I just feel like it could be improved upon. So that's my goal in this video, is to tweak my recipe and try it a different way so that I can try and create my ultimate brownie recipe. I'm looking for a brownie that has a nice crinkly top, and I'm looking for a nice mix of a cakey and fudgy texture. So let's do this. Our first step for this brownie recipe is going to be melting our butter. We're going to melt our butter in a saucepan, and we are going to add our sugar to this. This is something that I'm doing differently than my original recipe, so this is one of the first tweaks that I'm doing. Dissolving the sugar apparently helps to create that crinkle top in your brownie recipe. All right, so we've got our butter melted. We're going to add our brown sugar and our granulated sugar. And we're gonna try and dissolve this sugar in the butter. I'm trying this recipe out for the first time with you guys, so we will see how it goes. That's my oven. Ready, up to temp. So we better get a move on. I'm not trying to make a caramel or anything like that, so we're not gonna let it get so crazy hot. A little while longer just to see if it dissolves anymore. This is an interesting texture. It's sort of separated. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fully dissolve, to be honest, without literally making it a caramel, so, which I'm not going for. I think that's pretty good. I feel like it's kind of done its job. We don't want it to get crystallized, so let's let this cool a little bit, and we're going to work on our eggs now. All right, so now we've got our butter and our sugar melted. It's cooling down slightly, and we are going to work on our eggs next. Next, we are going to beat, or I guess I should say whip up 3 eggs, and I think essentially what we're trying to achieve here is a little bit of like a meringue-like texture. I guess it sort of, not texture, but that apparently is what makes the top of the brownies crinkly. It's the sugar that rises as the brownie bakes. So whipping your eggs and heating up the sugar, it's kind of all going to create a meringue-like moment, I guess you should say. So we are going to beat these, or whip them until like they're pale for about 3-4 minutes. I would use a mixer for this. You probably, if you want to do it by hand, go ahead. If you want to use a hand mixer, you could probably do that as well. This will probably be the easiest option for me, so let's get that done. So it's been about 3 to 4 minutes. We let our eggs whip up. They are thicker, I would say. They're pretty foamy, honestly, and but they're very pale. So we've incorporated a lot of air. And our next step is we're going to put it back on the mixer. And we are going to add our sugar and our butter, which did not fully dissolve, so I don't know, we'll see how that goes. These 2 steps are the main new things that I'm trying out. So let's see how it goes. This has cooled slightly, but it's still pretty warm. So I think we're going to try and add it slowly to our eggs. We don't want to cook our eggs, so. All right, let's give it a little scrape. Got a little bit of sugar on the sides here. It looks beautiful, honestly. It's nice and golden. And there's not a lot of brown sugar in this recipe, so that's also something I changed from my previous recipe that we're testing out. Is my other recipe had a lot of brown sugar versus granulated sugar, and apparently that also makes a dull top. So we switched it up a little bit, added a lot more granulated sugar. Next we're going to add in, let's move this out of the way. We're going to add in some vanilla. I always recommend to use a good pure vanilla extract. It's one of those things that does make a little bit of a difference if you can get your hands on some good vanilla extract. Definitely use that up. We're going to add 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to add some coffee. You can just save some coffee from, you know, your morning cup of coffee, but I actually forgot to do that. But I usually have some cold brew on hand in my fridge, so that always works out. This is a local place that we love. So that's going to be probably kind of strong. This is a cold brew concentrate, but I love coffee, so that's going to be delicious. This local place is called Rook. If you're from New Jersey, you probably know about it. We love it. It's our favorite. It's so good. So what coffee does is it's going to bring out the chocolate more. The flavor of the chocolate is going to be stronger. And you want to just add a little bit. So like a little bit will do. And we're going to add salt now as well. Probably should have added the salt before I did the wet. But now I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to use my dry ½ teaspoon. Two times. So essentially I feel like I've made somewhat of a meringue of sorts. It's not a full meringue, but I think that's the idea here. Because it's nice and whipped up, and it feels like, let's see how dissolved the sugar got. It's pretty dissolved now that it's been added to the eggs. I think it needed more moisture to fully dissolve, so I think we'll see. If this doesn't work out, I think if I tried it again, I would add the butter, sugar, and eggs into a bowl, dissolve all of that together. Or the eggs and the sugar just together over a double boiler heat it up until the sugar dissolves, and then add melted butter after it whips up. That's probably what I would do. Anyway, let's see how this one comes out. But next we are going to add cocoa powder, which I'm going to sift it because I've gotten lumps in the past. So I'm just going to take a moment to sift it. And I'm gonna add in the flour as well, now that we're sifting. There's so many different ways you could go about a recipe that not only can you change the ingredients, but you can change the way that you know, the whole procedure of making the recipe that could totally change the outcome of your product. So I'm always, you know, thinking of, oh, I could do it like this, and it would maybe come out differently, but we'll see. I'm just gonna do the rest by hand because I think it'll come out great. And I'm gonna add the chocolate chips, so I don't really want to dirty the paddle attachment. And I'm not gonna put chocolate chips with the whisk over here. It comes together super quickly. I feel like that's what's going on. You kind of make a little meringue. It's interesting. Get that egg, the air incorporated into the eggs. It looks like super shiny, honestly. It looks shinier than my original recipe. So well, maybe that's a good sign to come of what's to come. I'm adding semi-sweet chocolate. You could add whatever chocolate you like. You can also add whatever mix-ins you like. If you like nuts, add the nuts. If you like, honestly, add what you like. But I like to add chunks and chips because, first of all, I'm indecisive. Second of all, I like everything to be kind of, I don't want to say whimsical because I say whimsical for everything, but I like the difference. I like how it looks, and I feel like it makes it more interesting. So, next, I use a 9x9. It's a non-stick pan, but I always spray my pans liberally with non-stick spray. But for this, I'm actually also going to use parchment to line it, just so I can take it out like relatively quickly after it bakes. So I use the non-stick spray so that I can stick the parchment to the pan. Otherwise, you'll be fighting around with it a little bit. All right, so I did a cross pattern with the parchment paper. I did where I lined it the one way, and then this would probably be fine. You can run a knife around the edge that doesn't have parchment, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add another parchment. So cover this side. And we're just gonna add our batter. It looks so shiny. Now this is going to bake at 350 for anywhere from 28 to like 35 or so minutes. I would check on it at like 28 minutes and just try and use your judgment. All right, so I can't waste this, so I gotta get that on there. Another difference is I'm not gonna sprinkle any chocolate on top, which I usually do on my brownies, but I do think that like might disrupt my beloved crinkle top that I'm so desperately looking for. So I'm gonna try and get a little shot of this beautiful shiny batter, and we're gonna pop it in the oven. And I will report back. There's my lovely, shiny batter. And we will see if it turns into a crinkle. We will see. I mean, I guess I should know. I think she's done. It's giving the vibe of a flourless chocolate cake. Like over here. Let's do this whole test. Does it ever really come out clean on a brownie? I don't think so. I feel like we're good. All right, 28 minutes. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm good with that. We're good. It's got to cool. Sorry to make you wait. It's got to cool for like a half hour, I think. You can't try a hot brownie and be like, oh, it's bad.
I will eat a hot brownie.
A hot brownie's never bad. So, got to cool for a little bit. Got my taste tester here. I think we might have done it. It's definitely got that crinkle top.
Looks delicious.
And
I've been waiting very patiently to eat these. They've been out of the oven for over a half hour. And I've just been staring.
They're still warm. Feel them.
Still warm?
Yeah. So let's try and get these out without breaking them. Just gently release.
Definitely crinkled. Look at that thing. It's like a...
Oh, can you turn that timer off?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I think I broke it.
Okay.
See it glisten.
Yeah. All right.
It looks
so
like
that checks out. That's what we wanted on that.
It looks like the top
actually,
of like, yeah.
Can you tell me what your like ideal brownie is?
I love a crinkle top.
Come closer to me.
I love a crinkle top. And I like a little powdered sugar sometimes on my crinkle top.
I could make that dream come true.
If
Hold
you
on.
got it. This crinkle top looks like the texture reminds me of like a phyllo dough crinkle on top. Like
yeah.
Like a what's the little
I wanted to say spanakopita, but it's not.
No,
Baklava.
Baklava, yeah.
It's delicious.
It's got like a baklava phyllo dough texture on top, but it's chocolate, obviously.
Right. All right, so let's do it.
Oh my goodness. Your brownies, her normal brownie recipe is like super fudgy and delicious, but very fudgy. This is like, looks cakey.
This is reminding, first impressions is looking too cakey to me.
Let's see.
But we'll see. I guess you know what? I'm just gonna. We're ready with the glass of milk tonight.
Oh, that sounded good.
Did it?
Wait, you powder it? When are you gonna powder sugar it?
After.
Okay.
All right, let's get a nice little.
Ooh, no, it sounds good. It sounds good.
It's still pretty fudgy. I don't know if it's because it's still decently warm.
Let me get it. Oh yeah.
Hold on. It's really reminding me of like a flourless chocolate cake.
Yeah. It's not as dense though.
I don't think that. I don't know.
Was I not supposed to grab that?
That's okay.
I couldn't wait. I have no patience.
None.
Get a good look at the texture though.
It looks good. It looks good to me.
Yeah. Can I eat it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Maybe it could have been cooked longer.
Yeah. I think it's going to set up though.
Yeah. True.
Maybe 2 more minutes.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's delicious. Can I make a comment? No disrespect comment?
What?
This would be so good, like crunched up into ice cream.
That sounds... I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Is it there? I don't know if it's there.
I'm gonna take this.
All right, well, I think it's an improvement. I will share this recipe with you guys. I'm always working on making our recipes better and better and better. So this might not be the only brownie recipe video that you see from us. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone else.
Cut.
What are you doing?
Cut.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to our videos, or to our channel if you haven't already. I'm gonna try nothing. I very much appreciate any feedback that you give any of us for if you try any of our recipes, and I'm very happy with this outcome. So I'm gonna go have a brownie and enjoy it. Thank you. All right, so some final notes. I would say we're close to my ultimate brownie, but not quite there yet. We got the crinkle top. This is next day, so as you can see, it's fully set up, and I feel like it's just a little too fudgy, which I also think I could have baked it for maybe 3 to 5 more minutes, but I don't know that would change that much. So this is a delicious brownie, especially if you love deep, intense chocolate flavor, as well as a fudgy texture. It's just a little too fudgy for my taste. I'll still eat these any day though. Thanks for watching.